and thanks for staying with us. Ogun 1 Command of Nigerian Customs Service intercept cannabis worth millions of naira for smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. Also on customs reports, Operation White Whale continued to seize consignments from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline that want to smuggle petroleum products outside the country. Plus, more report. I am Igisime Dinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has continued to implement programs that will help Nigerian Customs Service to grow and also improve on revenue generation all over the country. We're now bringing some of the happenings that happened in 2024, where he was also there to speak on customs submission and customs operation all over the country. Stay tuned.
Third enforcement initiative aimed at disrupting the flow of stolen vehicles into Nigeria through our ports and border stations. It was launched as a collaborative effort between Nigeria Customs Service, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Canadian authorities. The operations focused on intelligence sharing, coordinated surveillance, and strategic interdiction. The operation's primary objectives included identifying and intercepting stolen vehicles, dismantling trafficking networks, and strengthening international cooperation in combating transnational vehicle theft. This, of particular concern to us, is the alarming rise in wildlife trafficking, which not only threatens our biodiversity, but also threatens Nigeria's international reputation. The illegal trade in endangered species, especially pangolin scales, has positioned Nigeria as a key transit point in the global wildlife trafficking network. This illicit trade decimates our natural heritage, fuels transnational criminal networks, as well as undermines our national security and economic stability. The embarrassment caused by these activities on the global stage is indeed very, very significant, potentially impacting our diplomatic relations and economic partnerships. It is imperative that we address these issues with the most urgency and commitment. Widespread non-compliance among the larger population of traders who are very numerous, but they contribute relatively smaller portions to our trade volumes, values, and revenue. These external challenges have required us to intensify our stakeholder engagement and compliance initiatives. A significant internal challenge we must address transparently is the unprecedented rate of leadership transitions within our service, the Nigeria Customs Service. The statistics that we have tells a compelling story. We saw 60% of our management team, we saw their exits in 2022. In 2023, we saw off 36%. And in this year, we have anticipated the management exit to the tune of 76%. With projections indicating another 40% of our management staff retiring in 2024, we recognize the urgent need.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Federal Operation Unit Zone A has assisted goods worth over 18.7 billion naira from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline.
The Federal Operations Unit Zone A of the Nigerian Customs Service has said that 707 seizures worth a total duty paid value of 18.710 billion naira were intercepted from January 2024 till date. Notable among the seizures are 48,912 bags of foreign parboiled rice of 50 kilograms each, 191,975 liters of premium motor spirit (PMS), and 7,861 kilograms of cannabis sativa, among others. The unit also arrested 94 suspects in connection with some of the seizures, and 6 persons have been convicted for various offenses, demonstrating the customs quest to bring perpetrators to justice and ensure deterrence from illicit trade. Controller of the unit, Comptroller Kola Oladiji, who revealed this, said that the commitment of the unit at combating smuggling and ensuring maximum compliance to the provisions of the NCS Act 2023 has yielded series of seizures and arrests from January 2024 till date.
Commitment at combating smuggling and ensuring maximum compliance to the provision of NCS Act 2023 has yielded series of seizures and arrests from January 2024 till date. This achievement underscores our determination to protect the nation's economy and security against illicit cross-border trade and movement around our borders.
According to him, the newly inaugurated Operation Swift Sing has recorded remarkable success in the fight against illicit cross-border trade, with impressive arrests in just 2 weeks. He emphasized that this also underscores the importance of careful monitoring and intelligence at preventing smuggling and ensuring that all imports are properly declared and taxed.
This also underscored the importance of careful monitoring and intelligence at preventing smuggling and ensuring that all imports are properly declared and taxed. Smuggling operations that employ ingenious concealment methods could have significant impacts on the nation's economy and security if not checked with modern intelligence tools. Hence, the service is calling on all citizens to support its anti-smuggling efforts by providing useful and timely information on illicit cross-border trade.
He stressed that smuggling operations that employ ingenious concealment methods could have significant impact on the nation's economy and security if not checked with modern intelligence tools. He also used the opportunity to reiterate the service's call on all citizens to support its anti-smuggling efforts by providing useful and timely information on illicit cross-border trade.
The newly promoted Assistant Controller General Customs Service, who was once the controller in charge of Tinkan Customs Command, has officially handed over to also another promoted controller of customs in the service.
Comptroller F.O. Onyeka has assumed duty as the new head of the Tinkan Island Port Area Command, bringing a fresh perspective to the command's operations, including the Public Relations Department and other key units. This came in line with the recent promotion of Comptroller D.A. Nadi, MNI, to the management rank of Assistant Comptroller General. Comptroller F.O. Onyeka holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Political Science, a Master's in Public Administration, and has attended other training where he obtained several certifications in the service within and outside the country. Comptroller F.O. Onyeka has consistently demonstrated remarkable intellect and exceptional courage in every assignment he undertakes. Whether in the field or at the helm of operations, his dedication to the core mandate of the Comptroller General of Customs stands out. He efficiently carries out these duties while ensuring alignment with the global best practices. His ability to uphold high standards in the customs process showcases both his professional expertise and his commitment to improving operations within the service. In his inaugural address, Comptroller F.O. Onyeka expressed his commitment to the policy thrust of the Comptroller General of Customs and his management team.
Permit me to appreciate our indefatigable Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni MFR, PSC Daga, and members of the management team for giving me this opportunity on this Sunday. Having said this, let me now pay glowing tribute to my brother, my friend, my mentor, my teacher, outgoing controller, now ACG, for his exemplary leadership qualities, which metamorphosed to the giant strides in the command in the areas of revenue generation, anti-smuggling, and most importantly, obvious infrastructural transformation of the command.
He also aligned himself to the exemplary leadership qualities of the outgone Comptroller D.A. Nnadi, MNI, in areas of revenue generation, anti-smuggling activities, and most importantly, the infrastructural transformation of the command. The new CAC also emphasized that he will go about his duty with an all-inclusive principle, as no man has a monopoly of knowledge.
On the basis of the above, that I can, on behalf of all you seated here, to fully support me in my statutory obligations and responsibilities, as you have done to my boss, my brother, my teacher here, to enable me justify the confidence reposed in me by the CGC and the management. I shall be leveraging on the gains and the obvious achievements of the outgoing customary controller in every way possible, and will try my best, with your support, of course, to improve the legacies he's leaving behind. Again, I insist, all this would not be possible without all of you here seated present. We're already aware of the three policy trusts of the CGC, which are consultation, consolidation, and innovation. It is therefore my resolve to work in sync and in tandem with those policy trusts for us to create a reciprocal balance of equity in trade value chain.
ACG Nnadi MNI expressed deep gratitude to the officers and men of the command for their relentless support and urged the officers and the various stakeholders present to give maximum cooperation to the new CAC.
As I reflect on the progress we have made together during my tenure here, for the past 15 months, I've had the honor of serving alongside a very dedicated and hardworking team here in Tinkan Command. Through our collective efforts, we have achieved significant successes, none of which would have been possible without the unwavering support of our stakeholders here. I want to thank all of you, dear esteemed stakeholders, and tell you that we are not taking your support and cooperation for granted. During my tenure in this command, my team and I focused on key priorities, working tirelessly to enhance operational efficiency, streamline the clearance process, and we engaged effectively with stakeholders.
The ACG, on his departure from the area command, promised that his office at the headquarters will be open to all who may need his advice on matters that will move the command and service forward.
The management of Nigerian Customs Service, Lekki Free Trade Zone, has officially renovated schools building in Lekki Zone of the country. The commission was performed by the DCG on behalf of the Contractor General of Nigerian Customs Service.
A great honor and a privilege for me to stand before you today to represent my Controller General Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, DSM, PSC with a dagger. On this significant occasion, we're all gathered here to celebrate the commissioning of a block of classrooms that have been thoughtfully renovated by the Lagos Free Trade Zone Command. This project underscores the Nigerian Customs Service commitment to education and community development. Education is the foundation and bedrock upon which we build our future. It empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and drives national development. By investing in our schools, we are investing in our children, and by extension, in the future of the nation.
The wife of the PTLM Customs Area Controller, who is also the co-chairman of the command, has said that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to promote the well-being of officers and their spouse while in office. She was speaking in Lagos, saying that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to improve on the welfare package of all custom officers.
So instructive and enlightening. We got to know that about 30% of Nigerians have mental health issues, which means out of every 10, 3 have disability. That's what it means. So it only means we have to be careful how we handle issues. When we are stressed up, we look up to God to manage it for us. And you ourselves do our very best. So it's so enlightening and instructive. I love the discussion, the facilitators, so wonderful, with the various examples, strategies, just like my wife said. I think we put most of these things in practice. We are good to go. Depends on the program scheduled for the years. I know for sure that as much as possible, they come out a program every quarter of the year. So we think let's minimum 4 times a year, you have programs, different types coming out.
The chairperson of COA also speaks on good health to the service of the nation.
The home has to be peaceful. Our husbands go out, they work all day, they face stresses from every area. When they come home, we expect for them to be the support system really that we are called to be. And for that reason, we have organized this so that they too can learn how to take care of them when they go home or when they get home, and even how to help them manage their absence when they are not around sometimes. Because just like our resource person said, sometimes you are posted out, you are separated from your family for quite a very long time, and sometimes you come home and you can't even recognize your children. Some of them have grown, some of them developed, some because maybe you're not there, and they miss their dad sometimes. And the mom at home sometimes is forced to be that bridge. We expect her to feed the space while he's not around, and when he comes back, it's easy for him to continue, and the reconnection is always there.
The newly promoted Controller of Customs in charge of Ogun 1 Command has smashed a syndicate that specialized in smuggling consignment into the country. He warned would-be smugglers to desist from the zone.
The acting Customs Area Controller in charge of Ogun 1 Area Command, Deputy Comptroller Mohammed Shaibu, has highlighted the creeping effects of smuggling on Nigeria's economy. Speaking at his maiden media interaction, Shaibu stressed that illegal rice importation hampers local production and also undermines the federal government's efforts to achieve food self-sufficiency. He noted that cannabis sativa also destroys lives, fuels criminal activities, and jeopardizes community safety. Used clothing importation is banned due to health and economic concerns as it discourages local textile industry growth and job creation.
Look at the tag, you see what we have there. Then these are the used clothing. Then when I look at the rice, this is also among the 2,169 bags of 50 kg each. That's the stretch. This is it. So it is among the 2,169 bags of 50 kg each. That is what we have up to that very stretch. I will come.
Speaking on the command's anti-smuggling effort, the CAC stated that there was a successful interception of smuggled items with a total duty paid value of 229,112,424 naira at strategic locations including Idiroko, Ilaro, Alama, Rounda, among other axes which are known smuggling hotspots. He noted that the seizures were recorded within the past few days of his resumption as the Acting Customs Area Controller, CAC. The items include 2,169 bags of 50 kilograms foreign parboiled rice, 1,128 parcels of cannabis sativa weighing 1,109.3 kg, 21 bales and 2 sacks of used clothes, 166 pieces of pneumatic tires, 4,360 cartons of imported shoes. Others are 250 kegs of PMS, 25 liters each, 20 units of vehicles used for conveyance, and 1 unit of foreign used vehicle, 2012 model Toyota Highlander.
We used whatever that happens. Where the important is we make the arrest. But now we now hand over to appropriate quarters. They can now profile and give us where are these things supposed to. Is it transit or actually produced in this country? You understand? Because when I say that, there are people who are better in position to answer this, but we do, and then there's that synergy and collaboration. We will hand over to them appropriately. But when we want to do the handover, we still call the members of the press to do the talking together.
He assured on the availability of superior intelligence to match the activities of smugglers and their collaborators, while advising law-abiding citizens that the command would always maintain an open-door policy. The acting area controller commended the leadership of the Comptroller General of Customs, CGC Adewale Adeniyi, whose guidance, tools, and motivation have helped in carrying out critical responsibilities.
The unit in charge of the fight against petroleum products outside the country has again seized kegs of petroleum products from smugglers who want to smuggle them outside the country. He has this to say.
We are here again to give further updates on the successes recorded within 3 weeks. The operatives under the team commander, ACMI Bello, made a seizure of another 613 jerrycans of premium motor spirit across Lagos, Ogun axis, which translated to about 15,325 liters of premium motor spirit, with duty paid value of 27,565,000 naira only. Court condemnation order and all legal processes have been finalized by the Office of the Legal Advisor, culminating in the process of sale today. This operation has been on since May 27, 2024, and has yielded positive results, as the CGC has urged the operatives to continue to sustain the tempo until the activities of the economic saboteurs are reduced or, if not completely, stamped out.
The Oyo and Oshu Command of Nigerian Customs Service has generated a total of 15 billion naira in 2 months of 2024. The Customs Area Controller also said that his command will fight against smuggling of consignment into the country, which include cannabis brought in through the bush path. He has this to say.
In the face of the prevailing economic conditions, the Oyo Osun Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has collected the sum of 15,911,581,116 naira 70 kobo within the months of October and November 2024. Customs Area Controller of the Command, Ben Oramalugo, who made this known, said the revenue generation milestone represents an increase of 33.57% when compared to the sum of 11,912,219,301 naira 19 kobo collected in the same period of 2023.
This award is commendable when we realize the revenue capacity of this command. Tinkan and Apapa and One is like about 100 times more than Oyosh, and yet we are competing with them. I want to use this opportunity to thank members of my management team, DC Revenue, DC Admin, DC Enforcement, CIU, Custom Police, and all officers and men of this command. They have been very, very wonderful.
In the area of anti-smuggling, he said the command had successfully intercepted and substantially seized prohibited items with a duty paid valued of 370,772,600 naira, showing the command's commitment to performing its statutory duties, noting that the smuggling activities compromise public health, stifle the growth of local industries, and deprive the government of much-needed revenue for the infrastructure development and development projects. He reveals that the seizures were carried out in strict adherence to the provisions of the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023 and the ECOWAS Common External Tariff (CET).
When I say I'm talking about Oyo Osun Customs. I was the only controller that won 3 personal awards during that ceremony. The Best Engaging Community Stakeholders Award, the Most Excellent and controller that engaged in excellent activities. I also won the award. And the Best Area Controller, I came second to our Papa command.
Added that it was important to note that the enforcement of these seizures aligns with Section 245 of the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023, which highlights the provision for the seizure, detention, and condemnation of prohibited goods, as well as Schedules 3 import prohibition and Schedule 4 absolute prohibition of the ECOWAS Common External Tariff (CET) that provides a list of prohibited items.
Just before the end of this week's edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where seizures were made by various commands in the country, and also the siege of the Nigerian Customs Service continued to promote the well-being of Nigerian Customs officers all over the country, where goods worth millions of naira has been accepted in 2024. For me, thanks for watching.